Life is cruel, and we're still processing it individually and as a community.
The Cincinnati Art Academy reeling today from the news that a beloved colleague is brutally murdered in Washington, D.C. Good evening again, everyone. Police in Washington, D.C. identify a person of interest now in the murder of 34-year-old Corrina Mehiel.
Mehiel was found dead Tuesday afternoon in her Washington, D.C. apartment. And as Joe Webb tells us, the shock is just now setting in for her colleagues at the Cincinnati Art Academy.
The Art Academy of Cincinnati is a bright, colorful light in the city landscape, but today there is some darkness here. Mark Thomas worked with his design students like he always does, but his mind was on Corrina Mehiel and what she accomplished in Cincinnati.
Making a huge impact on all the lives that she touched, because she was a dynamic, charismatic individual, good-hearted, a life force. In the short time she was here, she connected with so many in the community, not just artists, but others.
Mehiel was found dead Tuesday afternoon in a northeast Washington, D.C. apartment. She was bound and stabbed. Mehiel was in the Capitol working on a project at the Corrina Gallery. Her 2004 Toyota Prius is missing. A man caught on surveillance video at a Beltsville, Maryland 7-Eleven has been named a person of interest.
Corrina Mehiel taught at the Art Academy for 3 years. Her real focus was as a social practice artist. She taught young artists how to make art that had a social impact.
In Washington, she was working with renowned sculptor Mel Chin on a lead paint abatement art installation. Pictures from her website show her on the streets of Over the Rhine last year, turning busted parking meters into flower pots.
It was a way of bringing a spotlight to that, but her polka dot dress and her smile were as bright as her flowers. We lost the promise of what her career would have done for the community of art and the community of greater good.
At 34, Corrina Mehiel is gone and her death a mystery, but she lives on in the people she touched and taught in Cincinnati. At the Art Academy, Joe Webb, Local 12 News.
Mehiel was from Seattle, but got her master's in fine arts from the University of Cincinnati's School of Design, Architecture, Art and Planning, or DAP, in 2013. She worked at the Art Academy from 2014 to 2016.